So recently, BHVR has turned on the high matchmaking playtesting, and they actually made it so that they have this skill-based matchmaking in Dead by Daylight. Currently, we are playing Huntress on Torment Creek, which is one of my favorite maps. This is one of the best games I had with skill-based matchmaking.
Props for sticking with Huntress and facing good people. Amused.
Yeah, that was a TTS donation that I had. Right off the bat, we have someone faking that they're AFK, so they make me miss a shot. And I'm just like, what kind of play is that? The survivors that I went against with skill-based matchmaking actually did a lot more different things than what normal players usually do. You see, when we start chasing this Yui, just keeps going straight. He's constantly dodging and weaving behind trees so that I can't hit the shot. And she's playing like very solid. Right off the bat, we see that they're just playing very smart. And that's how I know that I'm like, okay, these guys know what they're doing. This is probably going to be a hard match. Yui thought I was going to kind of do some sort of weird moonwalks thing. So she didn't really expect me to do some sort of crazy play like that. So she's probably just trying to get used to like how I play as like a killer. Just turns, doesn't drop the pallet, just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. I realize that she's going to keep looping me for a long time if I keep chasing her. I hear a gen going, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go after this other thing then. We reload because we have Iron Maiden, it can get away with it. And at this point, we have no hooks, no gens are done. It's still like a very neutral state. Things are not bad at the moment. They're pretty chill. Hit a nice shot. There's a nice predict on the generator. Fangman didn't expect it. I predict that she's going to pass this area. I see her go behind the trees. So that's how you can tell. She does something a little bit different. She goes all the way back rather than passing straight through. It's like when skill-based matchmaking is on, the survivors I got were very aware. That's just like I just noticed that from the difference from normal matchmaking, well, aside from this Meg, who is running straight into me, the plays that were made are very like conscious. Like even with that tiny little dodge with Meg, they just suspect that I'm going to throw a hatchet at certain points, and they either dodge or they kind of do something a little bit different than what a normal survivor would do. So you just notice like this little tiny intricacies that every single survivor kind of falls into, which makes them like super countering me in a way. Yeah, it was actually really nice. And I actually liked the skill-based matchmaking in Dead by Daylight when it was turned on for Huntress. It was bugged for Hillbilly, but for Huntress in particular, it was really nice. We got some really nice games. Right here, someone's running to the hook. I suspect they wouldn't farm them. She does. Damn. So Fangman does like a suicidally altruistic play. Ah, she really shouldn't have done that. She should be going down here, 100%. So although like skill-based matchmaking puts me against like players who are more aware, they don't always do the best play. But I noticed it. I saw like a noticeable difference in the way that the survivors were playing from how they normally do. Right here, there's one gen left. We only have one hook. You can tell that I start slugging. I'm like, okay, we are under an immense amount of pressure. They did the gen so fast, and it's just like, how do we come back from this? Now we have two hooks. Okay, two people are injured. We have a bit of pressure. They dodge a little bit of a mid-range cross map, and we have to pull through. At this point, there's just so much that we have to do. I'm like, okay, we have to get people on the ground. Wow, okay. I think at this point, I'm telling myself, we need to pull off a miracle if we want to win. So I'm like, we have to cross map a bunch of people. We need to make things work. While still steadily gaining pressure, and maybe I could make a 3-gen work, because these gens aren't that good for them. Hook Fangman right in the center, and we only have 2 hatchets. Wow, I go for a shot here. Oh my god, we hit that? If I hit this, this is huge. Oh my god. Okay, so we hit like a nice cross. That's actually huge. Because the hook is far away from the survivor that's downed. Which means they need to split up. If they have to save one or the other. Which means the survivors aren't going to be on generators if they want to save their teammates. If they go for the generators, they get a bit of murmur proc. Meg is smart and decides to not farm her teammate. And wow, you're circling around this hook, man. Let's do a little bit of tiny jukes, trying to throw me off a little bit. Oh, okay. Alright, keep going, keep going. And honestly, this Meg, I thought she had dead hard. Because she kept going straight. She didn't try to like turn any corners to try to make me miss my shots. Or try to make me like hesitate. Oh my god, that's huge too! Dude, she got unhooked, she ran behind the hay bales, and then we hit her right as she got out in front. We were actually popping off, holy crap, I didn't think I popped off this crazy. Shoot. But like, you can tell, we had to get pressure out of nothing. We do like a nice melee hatchet right there. Hatchet up close, nice M1. Restock, 3 people on the ground. Reset. Right here. See them going for the save. I mess up my first shot. And I'm like, okay. You know what? If I get these 2 down, we basically win. We have 4 people on the ground. If they have Unbreakable, that's fine. But I really need to get these 2 down. And the amount of pressure that we need out of nowhere is so much. Holy crap. Dude, the shots. Okay. I think I might have said this is like one of the best games I played in a while, to be honest. Oh my god. What? I know I'm reacting to my own stuff, but the past 5 shots that we hit, they have to turn a corner and then we have to hit them. It's just like we have to predict every single movement. Like, in order to beat this group of survivors, we have to be super, super unpredictable. And that was the difference between like how you have to play with normal survivors. Sometimes with normal survivors, you get away with being a little bit lazy and be like, okay, bop there, this guy has bad pathing, so I'm gonna down them there. And in this particular match, the survivors had like, they were super conscious of our hatchets. So if skill-based matchmaking ever does come out, you guys are going to have to adapt a little bit more to survivors who are very aware of where hatchets can be thrown at. This particular group, when I went against them, they made this like an extreme challenge. We had to do a lot of anticipation and predicting to try to outplay them. But it was overall like a very good match. And I'm actually really happy with how the devs came out with the skill-based matchmaking, because it actually felt like the games were intense and they were very fair. Like literally in this match, they had one generator they needed to do left, and we only had 1 hook. And out of nowhere, in endgame, well not endgame, but like the 3-gen setup, we had to down all 4 survivors and get like as many hooks as we can to kill people as fast as possible. And that was a very, very good match. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a little bit different from what we normally do in terms of like the gameplay, but hopefully this guys gives you some insight on how skill-based matchmaking actually changes the survivors that you get in game and the types of shots that you need to make in order to counterplay good survivors. And yo, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So if you guys want to see more like this, feel free to leave a like or a sub or whatever you guys like. And yo, thanks for watching, dudes. Peace.